major news coming out of a major city after promising to bring safety back to Boston. Border czar Tom Homan is already seeing results. Homan announcing that 370 illegal immigrants were recently arrested, with a majority of them being, quote, significant criminals with charges including murder, drug trafficking, and child sex crimes. Homan writing in a lengthy X post, I made a promise at CPAC that I was going to Boston after reading about numerous illegal alien child rapists walking the streets of Boston and Massachusetts. ICE had to find and arrest these illegal alien rapists because Massachusetts and Boston are sanctuaries that refuse to cooperate with ICE. They would rather release these animals back into their community rather than honor ICE detainers or notify ICE when they are scheduled to be released. Mayor Wu later testified that I was lying. Thomas Hodgson is the former sheriff of
American alien charged and arrested with multiple drug distribution crimes and fentanyl trafficking. A Brazilian alien charged with manslaughter, DUI, homicide, breaking and entering, and larceny. You got a Honduran alien convicted of child rape and assault. You got a Brazilian alien wanted for murder. You got a homicide. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And good on Tom Homan. He captured the people, kept his officers safe, and there was no leaks on this bus.
Well, and he had said ahead of time, I'm going to bring hell to Boston, and he did indeed with this.
Federal agents spotted entering homes in East Boston.
And you've seen in Boston, the mayor of that city has said, we're not going to cooperate with mass deportations.
All of these mayors are making these crazy statements about what the administration is doing.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Oh, put your hands behind your back. And I say go get the mayor too. Let's jump in.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Hey, buddy, oh, buddy. What's going on, beautiful people? Them Patriots. Boston. Constitution. Yay. Oh, who we got to make an example out of next? She's back again. Michelle Woo. Michelle Woo. Michelle Woo. You are up next, man. Ice, baby. Ice, baby. Come on, Paige. Y'all know how we get down. Ice, baby. Woo! Oh, man, I tell you. We got to keep putting our foot down, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It is so beautiful. You see, that's what I want to see. Live right there. You see how beautiful that is? And when the Trump administration, when they released that video of them gang members getting on the plane, shaving their heads, they had their hands behind their back. We actually know what a criminal is. Oh man, and then they list out what these people have done. I damn near almost threw the hell up. I'm telling you, it's bad, man. Walking through the community, smiling, and there's still a lot of them too. And there's a lot of these Democrats need to be held accountable too, and need to get hit with the same treatment. Hands behind your back. Oh, criminals need preemptive pardons. If you weren't guilty, you don't need a pardon. You know, mass murder, get a pardon. Everybody get a pardon. Auto pen, didn't know who the hell was running the country. They said, come on in. Yeah, but yeah, new sheriffs in town now. They turned this big ship around now. They done turned this ship around. All in the majority of Americans agree that we are going in the right direction. The fake news has to admit it. They have to admit it on CNN. They admitted it this morning. They have to admit it, and they have to show the polls. Yeah, they have to show those polls, man. But Michelle Wu is up now. But before we get into it, what's going on, family? I hope everybody is blessed, well, and healthy, that you're having a good day, had a good day, good week, starting the week off strong, a good, good month, ending the month off on a good note. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, however you want to do it. Let's do it. But we get so much love and support from around the world, man. Different countries, states, zip codes, area codes, man. We get so much love, man. Trump is getting so much love, and we're still getting the hate. They have Musk derangement syndrome, Trump derangement syndrome, Tesla derangement syndrome. There's a mental illness right now. The radical left has not stopped these activist judges. The Supreme Court is stepping in. A lot of things are happening right now, man. A lot of things are happening. We are breaking the news every single day, man. So you definitely don't want to miss a video. Join the family. Hit that subscribe button. Follow your boy on X. We are following everybody back. Common Sense Patriots gets followed back. You are part of the family. We are family. Don't give a damn what your skin color is, what your age is, where you're from. If you got a freckle over here, if you got a dimple over here, if you smile a little crooked, if you're missing a couple teeth, don't give a damn. I love you. And I'm wishing the best in everybody's life in this fast time travel that we live in. Simple. That's that simple. And that's my motto. And that's what I live by. And that's what I stand on, man. I love you guys. And we got to come together, man. When we got to get this corruption out, we got to clean house, drain this swamp. They need to shut a lot of things, in my opinion, need to be shut down. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Shut down the IRS. Get rid of property tax. The American people have been ripped off for too long, Trump. Let's do it. There's a lot of things we need to go in there and cut. A lot of them people need to be audited and investigated. People need to be audited and investigated. And I need to see some more handcuffs on some of these individuals. I'm just saying they need to be investigated, man. We've been playing too soft. We all talk, but we're not doing a lot of actions. We is doing a lot of action, but y'all know what I mean on the other things, They say, Rick, sir, nobody's going to be held accountable. Nobody's going to be held accountable. God! Y'all think that, man? Let me know in the comments. Do you think somebody will be held accountable? But, especially these mayors, these governors, these people that ran these places into the ground, man. A lot of them might need to be resigned. They need to resign. I'm just saying, resign. But we got Michelle Wu up next, the Boston mayor up next. She even got little kids calling her out. This is bad, man. This is bad.
Michelle Wu. I'm out here practicing for my high school season. I used to play for the Boston Bagels. I watch people run out here naked, inject themselves with drugs, smoke illegal drugs. Us kids is just trying to have fun out here, getting ready for our football season. We can't even do that. What are you gonna do to help us out here?
Oh man, just can't make this up. But Michelle Wu says every single human has the legal right to come to the United States and seek shelter.
Every person, every human being has the legal right to come to the United States and seek asylum or shelter. And
yeah. What do y'all think of that, man? But this is beautiful. This is what I like to see right here. You see this? This is so beautiful, man. I love to see people held accountable, made an example out of. I love to see criminal. We actually have an administration that knows what a criminal is. And it's a lot of them still walking around smiling. But hands behind your back. It's so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Oh, this is like eating a cookie. I'm telling you, it's like enjoying some pie or enjoying your favorite movie. This is a beautiful thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. What? Well, it's so beautiful to see this right here. And it's a lot of people that need to be held, that need to have happen right here. They need to go exactly through this motion right here of taking their hands, their arms, and just put it behind their back. A lot of them. I'm just saying. But it's so beautiful, man. This lady here. They're calling her right now. She is trending to be a traitor. Trash. She needs to be investigated. Yeah. And like I say, man, it's a lot of people need to be investigated, need to be held accountable. Well, like I said, I asked y'all, do y'all think people will be held accountable? Let me know in the comment section, man. They telling me, Rick, sir, people won't be held accountable. Sadly. You know. Especially when it comes to these Democrats, man. You know, they come out and Jim Jordan, they come out and say we have everything we need. A lot of these Republicans, they say we have all the evidence and nobody's arrested yet. And then some people say, Rick, they're going to be held accountable. Just give it some time, sir. Give it some time. Slow your roll. Slow your roll, sir. Slow your roll.
She is a hard left Democrat from a hard left state. That's her right. She can be as far left as she wants to be. I don't want to pay for it. And I believe that the feds are going to come in and say, you do what you do. But if you're a sanctuary city and you're not cooperating with the laws of the United States, we're not sending you federal money. Deal with that. And I like Boston. I took my grandson to see the Red Sox play the Yankees last year at Fenway. Love Boston. Spent a lot of time there. Great city. Wonderful people. She is far outside of the American mainstream. Very far outside of that mainstream. She is.
You know, and they come out time again, live on air, and basically admit that, put themselves out in the open, saying, yep, y'all should come get me for treason. Time and time again, man. You know.
Belong here. We stand with immigrants. You belong here. Somos una ciudad de inmigrantes. Boston doesn't back down. We are a city where the Irish coffee is strong and our opinions are stronger. We may not always agree or see eye to eye, but at the end of the day, we are a family. If you come for one of us, you will get all of us.
Yeah, that a couple days ago, that broke the internet. You know, yeah, buddy, she broke the internet. Yep. Says we don't care about your immigration status. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Here you go, Mayor Wu. But guess what? We got some bigger things to get into. Here it is. I'm here for it. You know. I'm here for it, man. So this is happening right now.
Major news coming out of a major city after promising to bring safety back to Boston. Border czar Tom Homan is already seeing results. Homan announcing that 370 illegal immigrants were recently arrested, with a majority of them being, quote, significant criminals with charges including murder, drug trafficking, and child sex crimes. Homan writing in a lengthy X post, I made a promise at CPAC that I was going to Boston after reading about numerous illegal alien child rapists walking the streets of Boston and Massachusetts. ICE had to find and arrest these illegal alien rapists because Massachusetts and Boston are sanctuaries that refuse to cooperate with ICE. They would rather release these animals back into their community rather than honor ICE detainers or notify ICE when they are scheduled to be released. Mayor Wu later testified that I was lying. Thomas Hodgson is the former sheriff of Bristol County, Massachusetts, and he joins me now. Sheriff, good morning to you. What is it like being a sheriff, a former sheriff, in a state that allows this to happen?
Well, good morning, Carly. Thank you for having me. It makes it more difficult, obviously. In my case, I'm a Republican who served 25 and a half years, and I had an immigration detention facility for that entire 25 was housing for them for an entire 25 and a half years. I built a facility and had one of the largest in the country with regards to holding detainees at about an average of 225 a day. But that didn't mean that I wasn't going to be getting a lot of flack, which I did, from the dominant Democrat legislature, the current governor, and the former governor as well, Deval Patrick, trying to undermine my abilities to keep my community safe and uphold my oath. It's particularly difficult for any sheriff in Massachusetts that wants to do that, although I'll give credit to the Plymouth County sheriff, who is now housing detainees there and doing a good job with it. He's full speed ahead.
Yeah, well, so some people are trying to find workarounds to this, but to your point, just take a look at the people that the state of Massachusetts, the city of Boston, have allowed back onto the streets. A Guatemalan charged with 3 counts of aggravated child rape, released on $7,500 bail. Another Guatemalan charged with aggravated child rape of a
I might throw the hell up. I might throw up. I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse my language. I might throw up, though, man. I'm hot, and then I'm also pissed off. I want to throw up, and I'm pissed off. You know, and Democrats can't stand up for the people that have been affected by this, the families that are grieving. You know, but they'll stand up and clap for the war, for you to send your money to Ukraine. They'll stand up and clap for that. Can't stand up for grieving families. People spit on. The American people last. And they said, keep it. They say, yes, we want it wide open. Wide open. No common sense. And these are the results. Democrat policies, no common sense, incompetent. These are your results right here.
Age 9
Disgusting.
or younger, released on $7,500 bail. A Honduran charged with assault to rape, masked armed robbery, released on his own recognizance, 0 bail, and the list goes on and on. You know, Sheriff, I'm sure that even these criminals are thinking, wow, I'm getting off easy. I'm lucky here. Is there something that we're missing here as to why this is happening? What is your reaction to that list that I just read?
Well, that's exactly what Tom Homan's been talking about, and that's what all of us in law enforcement have understood. But not these politicians like Michelle Wu, the mayor of Boston, who frankly is more interested in her personal benefits than she is in her public service. Look, she was elected like the rest of us, took an oath to uphold the rule of law. And what they're doing is she's creating this cover for criminals to come here, illegal aliens to come here and know that they're going to have a less likely chance of being identified. And it isn't just about Boston's crime. What about all the neighboring communities? They're going to lay low in Boston because they're going to get the cover they need, but then they go to these neighboring communities and commit more crimes.
Yeah, that's a great point. It just doesn't stay in the city. It also spills out to other areas as well. So if you remember a couple weeks ago, Mayor Michelle Wu, she was up on Capitol Hill testifying about sanctuary cities. She was asked a very pointed question about illegal immigrant rapists and whether or not her city allows them back out onto the streets, and she denied it. Listen.
When an illegal alien rapes a woman, do you believe you're on the right side of history? Mayor Wu, yes or no?
No, rape is obviously
Then
horrible.
why are you letting rapists back out onto the streets of Boston?
That is not true.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Then it comes out. Then the evidence is out there. Then we see what actually happened. There it is. It's not true, Miss Wu? You said it wasn't true, ma'am. That fella was walking down the street smiling. You said it wasn't true.
And yesterday, Governor Maura Healey put out a statement saying Massachusetts is not a sanctuary state. So how do you respond to that?
Look, Governor Healey has been a long-standing advocate going back to the days of her being attorney general. She filed more lawsuits against Donald Trump than any other attorney general in the country. She was on the other side of the Mexican border when she was attorney general, saying that the United States was wrong for not allowing illegals to come into our country without going through the proper process. And this is a governor who has been a pro-woke, left-wing supporter of illegal immigrants. And you know what? The people of Massachusetts are getting fed up with it. And they're tired of her looking beyond their public safety, the safety of their communities, and saying, my political agenda is more important than you, the people that I swore I would protect. And that's the problem we have in Massachusetts.
Yeah, if your number one job is to protect people as an elected official, letting the people out that I just listed, child rapist on low or no bond, certainly does not fit that directive. Tom Homan is going to be on Fox
Carly,
Friends this morning with more on the migrant crackdown.
Thanks.
Sheriff Hodgson, final words to you real quick.
Just quickly, that also has to do with liberal judges that we have in the Massachusetts that sort of jump into this ideology.
Yeah, it's a topic of conversation very much on the minds of many right now, especially in the Trump administration. Sheriff, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
He said this, majority of the 370 being significant criminals. He's talking about what's happening over in Massachusetts. These arrests include 8 foreign fugitives, including 4 who are wanted for murder or to serve on a criminal sentence for murder, along with drug traffickers, child sexual predators, and numerous other violent public safety threats. So this was a collection of illegals, lethal illegals, over in Massachusetts. I was encouraged to see the governor saying we're not a sanctuary state.
Right.
You know, it's Boston, it's a sanctuary city, but we're not a sanctuary state. They were proud of the way they work with
So
us.
the administration changed up this strategy a little bit when it came down to this bus. Remember, in Boston, the mayor provoked Tom Homan. She's essentially said, you're not welcome in the city. What the administration tried to do to begin with was to have media along on these ride-alongs to show the public what was going on. Well, leaks started to happen. So Tom Homan put a complete blackout on this, and he didn't even release this until days later. But this is what they found when they were in Boston right there. You got a Dominican alien charged and arrested with multiple drug distribution crimes and fentanyl trafficking, a Brazilian alien charged with manslaughter, DUI homicide, breaking and entering and larceny. You got a Honduran alien convicted of child rape and assault. You got a Brazilian alien wanted for murder. You got a homicide. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And good on Tom Homan. He captured the people, kept his officers safe, and there was no leaks on this bus.
Well, and he had said ahead of time, I'm going to bring hell to Boston. And he did indeed with this sweep, and it was coordinated, and it was very precise, and they were all armored up just in case, because a bunch of them undoubtedly had guns, were armed. It was the FBI, it was ATF, it was a CBP, and the DEA. And they did wind up, of that big number that we told you about, 370, that is to say, 200 had significant criminal.
I'm sorry, but this is so beautiful, y'all. I know y'all like Rick. Oh, here go Rick. Here go Rick. He got to say it. Put your hands behind your back. Oh, this is so beautiful, man. This is so heartwarming. I'm telling you, it's like a dessert. Seeing all this take place, man. It's so good. It's so nice and sweet. Look, it's just a beautiful thing, man. Seeing people actually being arrested, criminals, man. You know. And these are a different level of criminals, man. But we finally have an administration that knows what a criminal is. And this is just a beautiful thing. Seeing people with their hands behind their back, man. Oh, this is just so beautiful. Look at these photos and videos. This is just so beautiful, man.
Associated with these criminals, and no word where they are being held. And so those are the two things. And, you know, given the fact that we were talking a little bit ago about the Venezuelans, where are those people being housed? Now people are wondering, okay, they round them up, then where do they put them?
You know, a note about Mayor Michelle Wu. She gave her State of the City address, and at the very end of it, she said, "God bless our people. God save whoever messes with Boston." Well, the people who are messing with Boston are who Lawrence just scrolled. Tom Homan said he found 9 examples of rapists who were in jail, who were let out before they could be taken by ICE. So who's messing with your city are these individuals. Right. And Mayor Wu, I mean, look, I've got to believe there's some political calculation here, because just a reminder, she has a challenge coming up. It's from Josh Kraft, you know, the son of the famous baseball owner. And maybe she thinks this is what Boston wants. I have a different calculation. I guess Tom Homan can address that at 7:20 a.m. here on the show.
I have a question before we move on. When it comes to due process for the 370 and the 269 that were flight over, they scoop them up, they do their background, ICE takes them down, they scoop them up. What role, they're not citizens. What is due process for an illegal alien accused criminal?
Well, you are entitled to a court hearing. Right. However, if you have the Alien Enemies Act, you are allowed to go over that because it's considered a wartime act. And President Trump, the argument is there's an invasion. One of the arguments is Tren de Aragua wants to establish territorial integrity in the country. Therefore, we're exempt from providing that due process. It's a colorful argument, has only been used 3 times, but maybe it will be used here.
And that is why it's in court right now.
Exactly.
And that's why